make their way up to the Justice Center, and they were going up Lakeside, and they went arm in arm and attempted or started to go up Lakeside. So we got out in front of them for the journalists and photographers and stuff. And as they began walking, they were chanting. The mood was okay. There was no hint of what was about to come. I mean, no hint. And as this group, and I'm going to, just for the sake of making this easier for everybody to understand what I'm talking about, I'm going to say black and I'm going to say white. It's not about being, being racist, or it's a black or white thing, because it's going to make sense where I'm going with this. So as the group, which was predominantly black, was marching up or walking up Lakeside, as they approached the Justice Center or the courthouse, there was kind of another group that was kind of already there. And they had come from a different street. And that group that was coming, and they kind of intersected in with this group, was predominantly white. And it was predominantly white males, middle 20s, black boots, black pants, black shirts, black hoodies, black masks, black gloves, and book bags. Everybody had a book bag. There had to be 1,000 book bags down there. And out of these book bags, 99.9% of them were on white males. I did not see black males carrying book bags. I didn't see black females carrying book bags. I didn't see black females even carrying purses. Everybody had their phone out, and again, walking up to the Justice Center, everybody was respectful. When these two groups merged, it was really just was definitely different. It was a different vibe, and they got to the Justice Center. They chanted. Black Lives was still kind of leading the rally at this point, and it was your normal kind of movement chants. It was a lot of Tamir Rice stuff. It was a lot of, we can't breathe chants and stuff like that. And I understand that. There's a place for that. That was what this was about. And a lot of people said this wasn't about Tamir Rice and blah, blah, blah. But I think it was. I think this is it's a culminative effect of everything that's going on. It's not just, this one isolated, not isolated, but this one incident in Minneapolis. This was about everything, and there was frustration, but it changed. And as they decided to approach the Justice Center, and again, I'm just using black and white because it makes a little bit more sense when explaining it. The black group kind of moved up first and moved towards the doors, and again, respectful. Arms kind of locked and walked up, and they want answers, and they deserved some answers. And as they kind of filled in towards the Justice Center, probably 30 or 40 deep by about 100 across. There was probably 300 people at the Justice Center, but filling in behind them were the white males with the book bags. And I noticed that everybody started to go to their book bags. They were putting their book bags on the ground, pulling stuff out. Everybody was pulling out full gas masks. Everybody was pulling out scarves, bandanas, gloves, pipes. I saw people coming there with rocks already in their book bags. And these were the white males that were showing up. I saw one guy set his bag down, and he probably had 4 or 5 rocks that were the size of baseballs in his book bag. So I knew that shit was going to get ugly, and it was going to get ugly pretty quickly at that point. So I kind of stayed back and just kind of tried to shoot from the outside of this. And as the people that were towards the front were yelling and chanting, and there was some pushing on the glass, and there was some anger. I mean, it wasn't like there wasn't some anger all around. I mean, everybody was pretty pissed off. But the rocks started to come from the back. and the bottles of water and the jugs of milk and eggs and I mean everything started to get thrown from that second wave that had filled in behind. And what had happened was that these white males pretty much took this to the next level. The police warned everybody to back up. They did not, because of course it's a protest. They're not going to. And then the catalyst to this whole thing was that there was an older black female, probably in her 60s, and she was maced. She was one of 3 or 4 that got maced. And as soon as she was maced, it changed. Everything changed. It became just absolute chaos. They pulled her out. If you guys take a look at my album that's on my Facebook page, you'll see that there's a couple photos of her after she was maced. They kind of tended to her. But when that happened, that really incited the crowd and really got everybody going. And then what I noticed was the white males all started handing out spray paint to everybody. So again, black males were pissed off, okay? And they were there for a reason. Black females were pissed off and there for a reason. But these white males, man, they came stacked for this. They handed out spray paint. They had red spray paint. They handed out probably 20 or 30